Hello guys, so I wanted to make this video because I didn't see any video about this on the internet, but this is just gonna be a quick video on your your Maxxfan Deluxe. I think it's the 42. I don't remember the version, but it's the one that only has 4 speeds. You can see it, 1 through 4. It's got on off and it's a manual crank. So the thing you don't get with this one, which is really important, is that you don't get a reverse flow. You can only work as an extraction fan. But if you get one of these switches, these are 3-position switch, 6 pins. You can turn this fan into an extract or an intake fan. And I'm gonna show you how to do that really quick. I'm just basically gonna do a hole in here. In here, mount the switch in there, and the wires for that. Here you have your power wires. These go to your 12-volt battery or your power bank and your RV. But here you also have a connection that goes from this control panel to the engine. So you just gotta disconnect this one and then put this switch, plug the wires in between so you can reverse the flow, reverse the polarity of the engine, and have a extraction fan and an intake fan. First thing you gotta do is just remove this mosquito net, and then you have 4 Phillips head screws. Okay, so all 4 screws are out. Then I don't know if you have you also have to take this screw out, the one from the crank. And then this lifts really easily. And you can see it's really simple actually. You just get, let me turn it around. You get these power wires. They go into this control board. This control board then just has a quick connection to the engine. So here's where we're gonna have to do our adaptation to put the switch. So once it's removed, you have your power wire here. Here's your engine wire. Since we want this to still be able to be removed in the future, we're gonna cut this one and not the one that it's on the fan itself. So what you gotta do, get some wire strippers and cut it out. Now the wire you choose to lengthen this has to be 16 gauge or large or thicker. Since I don't have white and black cable, 16 gauge, I'm gonna be using this black and red cable. So what you have to do is get some of these electrical connections. You just strip these 2 sides. Once you have this, you just put one in here. And now, since I have black and red, black's gonna be negative and red's gonna be positive. It doesn't matter too much in this installation, but just to have the habit, when you have white and black, white's gonna be your negative and black's gonna be your positive, which is kind of confusing in this scenario. So you just put black with red and white with black. So once you have these two secured, it's time to measure the wire length and then to connect with the switch. We're gonna have to use these female quick connectors. You can get them in AutoZone or any electronic supply store. So we're actually gonna mount the switch on this side here. So you wanna measure your wire length and then cut the wire and put this on. So once you have these two secure, it's time to make the hole where this switch is gonna be mounted here. Okay, so what I like to do to trace where the switch is gonna be mounted is to put the switch over the surface and then from the top cut up pieces of black tape. Okay, so I'm gonna do this with a Dremel, with a disc on it. You have to wear safety goggles for this. Right now I'm wearing some safety goggles, really important. Okay, so after a little bit of playing around, sanding it a little bit and everything, the switch should just go nice in, be able to move freely. And then, now that we have our switch, we can connect the wires we just made, this tool, into the center. So now that we have the two of the middle taken, we gotta connect the 4 left with this switch. And how you do that, let me show you a diagram, which is what you see. You just have to make a cross, connect the upper left with the lower right and the upper right with the lower left. And then you can take the lower ones or the upper ones and then connect them with an extension wire to this connector, which will later plug to the engine. So you should end up with a connection like this. This goes to the connection we just stripped out, and then you have 4 connections, and then you gotta choose which position on the switch is which. So I'm gonna use position 1 to be my extraction and position 2 air intake. So position 1, it's this side. So this side should be red with red and black with black. So red with red and black with black. And on this side, I gotta switch polarity. So red with red, black with black. And then in the position 2, it's gonna be black, the upper one, with the red. And red with the black. There you go. So you make this X. And then this wire, the remaining wire, it's gonna be lengthened a little bit and then just connect it to this connection, same using these quick connectors. Okay, so that's the way it's made the connection back again. So red again is black, black is white, which is positive on the fan. And then we just gotta tuck all this and install it back on the... Okay, so it's time to test if it actually works. So first thing first, I have it wired to the orange battery. Remember, black is positive, white is negative. We open the fan and position 1 is gonna be pulling air into the vehicle. It's gonna be in fan intake. So as you can see, it's pulling air in. Then you turn the fan off. You switch the position to number 2, which is gonna be taking the air out as an exhaust fan. So let's try it out. And as you can see, it's pulling air in. And the other side is gonna push the air out. So that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful for some of you out there.